Hey YouTube, welcome to another video. This is a McFarlane update for the New York Comic Con. I actually went to New York Comic Con, but it was a madhouse. People everywhere. I could not. I just couldn't. It was just literally just trying to maneuver around, and I try to see the Hasbro panel. I can only kind of peek at it a little bit. It was just mobbed. I literally just try to get what I could see or find, and um, it was just a lot of maneuvering, and you know, um, so I wish I had gone when it was a little bit slower, or Saturday. It was just insanity. I just want to go over um, the McFarlane panels, the upcoming figures. Looks very exciting. So we have McFarlane, Page Punchers, Ninja Turtles. I'm not sure when this collab happened, but it's happening. 5-inch Ninja Turtles. Um, a little bit of a different take, but from what I hear, they're a bit popular. So good on McFarlane for that. On to the next one. We have Fallout from the Prime the Prime show. We have you know some of the armored units, the Ghoul, and some of the other characters from the show. If you're a fan of Fallout, um, McFarlane's your guy, right? So on to the next one, Winter 2025. McFarlane's still going with the DC line. I'm not sure when it's gonna expire, but I don't see any slowing down, any signs of slowing down here. We have Superman, Flash. I'm liking this lantern, different color lantern here, and a couple of other DC characters here. Really cool. Winter 2025. So that should be coming out soon. Be on the lookout. The Superman Flash look really clean. And then we have finally an appears in a new Spawn figure with a cloth cape. So if people have been complaining that about not having a cloth cape, and McFarlane listens, and he came out. He finally got Spawn with the cloth cape. A couple of heads here, some interchangeable, gauntlets, hands, chains. Not sure where the chains go. And the nail with the nail on the wooden board. I don't know if it comes with his signature on it and a comic book, but it comes on in January next year. 7-inch. This is the Elite Edition. It's a prototype, but pretty sure this is gonna be what it is. So this is the timeline here from the 2026. All the new characters she's gonna drop. Elite Edition, so they're gonna have a lot of accessories and things like that. We're getting a lot of interesting new characters. So McFarlane showing no signs of slowing down. So these are a couple sneak peeks here. We got Spawn, we got Dragon, and Shadowhawk. All Elite Edition 7-inch figures, 2026. So be on the lookout for that. Then we have more Page Punchers 7-inch figures. We got Green Lantern, really nice, really cool, and two Flash. Really nice. This is coming out in spring. Um, and then we have a couple more DC characters here. For if you've been looking for these characters, Winter 2025, be on the lookout. And then this is what I've been waiting for here: Marvel Rivals statues. Um, you know, people. I feel like people rather collect action figures, but you know, with statues, my action figures, I don't really touch them. I kind of put them, so I don't have an issue with statues anymore. I don't have to worry about them falling over or ankle joints getting loose or something like that. I'm definitely I'm loving the Hulk here, Venom looking really cool. The Iron Man looking better than he did in the image before, and Spider Man looking really cool. And even though I went to Comic Con, I didn't. I think they had Spider Man, and I didn't even get to see. I didn't even know where this was. It was just insanity. But the Iron Man, I'm really digging it. It looks a lot better now with it colored, and and then this prototype looks better. Um, Super excited. Spring 2026. He's continuing with the Rivals line, and these actually I'm actually these are look more exciting and more better than the other ones. Captain America, with these kind of have like a little bit more life to them. Magneto looking amazing. My guy, Doctor Strange. I think I think I'm a Doctor Strange main. I love even Jeff. Jeff looking really cool. Thor. I'm loving this Thor. Um, but I'm definitely gonna have to get. I'm definitely gonna have to make space for Strange. I love how he's floating in the air, and he has the shield thing around him. Cap looking hype. I'm loving the effects and everything on it. Magneto, that's kind of how he floats in the game. He looks magnificent. Yeah, super hyped about this second uh, release in spring. Just looking, better than the first. Super hype about this. I've been waiting for these statues for a while. And then we have Marvel, like Marvel Comics here. So I'm really liking these statues. The Blade, man, that looks sick. Rocket Raccoon. It is a kind of a weird, funny style, but it kind of I like it. It flows. You got the Groot, Black Panther looking. This right here. This statue's line. This is definitely a hype. Gonna be a hype line here. This series of statues are definitely hype. I might have to get this blade. Um, the Iceman does look good. I don't know. I think it's just because it's a comic book cover, so they kind of have the comic book cover effects. um, yeah, the Iceman, the Iceman looks good. The effects look kind of weird, but the more I look at it, it looks translucent, and it looks good. So this line and the Black Panther, man, it looks better than the other one, and the other one looks, well, I don't want to say it looks better. It looks just as cool, But this Black Panther is slapping. He's just in motion. Really cool. And finally, we have another statue line here, and man, January 2026, they got the like the comic book Doctor Strange, and man, whew, man, if I wasn't getting that Marvel Rivals one, I would have totally got this one. But if you're a fan of the comics, man, this lizard looks phenomenal. Probably one of the best looking lizard statues, um, or statue or figures that I've seen, or any kind of 3D printed version of the lizard. This looks incredible. Literally looks just like taking out of a comic book. So does the Strange. This Spider-Man looks absolutely phenomenal. It is just it's Spider-Man. He looks really cool. Juggernaut. Um, I like Juggernaut, but this looks like a very early version of Juggernaut. I don't know. He looks a little bit like retro here. It is a nice Juggernaut though. It looks really good, but I feel like it's maybe um an older version of Juggernaut, but it looks like they just took it out of the comic book. Absolutely fantastic. And I'll be honest here, I'm a big fan of Gambit. I thought Gambit is just he just like, I don't know, you either hate him or love him, but I think but I don't know. The face is what's really kind of killing the Gambit for me. Every if you just maybe like even without the head, everything else looks fantastic. The coat, the legs, his weapon, but the face, I don't know. I don't know. Something is just off. Maybe in hand it'll look better, but I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe something got lost between the comic book version and this statue version. Um, but it's a pretty. It's kind of it's good. It's just the face for me. It just doesn't do it. But this Spider Man looks crazy good. I want to say the lizard probably looks the best out of all of these. This right here, but this is really high competition here. This Juggernaut. The more I look at it, it just looks fantastic. The Spider Man just looks straight out of the comic book, and it looks amazing. And being a big fan of Doctor Strange, this one really hits on kind of like on a retro level. So like when something really hits on a retro level, it really sings hard because you get the nostalgia and everything, and the comic book effects too. Man, it's really the cape looks crazy. If it wasn't for the Rivals version, I would have totally got this. But the Rivals version, to me, looks a little bit better, and it's a more modern take on Strange. But yeah, New York Comic Con is absolute insanity. Honorable mentions: Hasbro with the His Tank, Arctic His Tank. perfect timing. If you got the HasLab, and you can have them against each other. Um, Hasbro's doing a lot. Um, the Marvel's going crazy. Um, the Star Wars is going crazy too. Um, just NECA's going kind of crazy. Um, just a lot. Like this is probably for action figures. It's been bonkers. It's been, I mean, this is way more than I expected. But right now, I can only really focus on McFarlane. It's just too much going on. It is a lot. There's gonna probably be action. Look, we have like a timeline into 2026 of McFarlane figures. This New York Comic Con is going hard. And I'm curious to see the numbers, if it had a record numbers of attendance. Um, I think it definitely was more popular since the after COVID. I heard after COVID, Comic Cons wasn't as popular, but I felt like it definitely spiked up. People talking about going tomorrow. Um, you know, it's just absolute insanity. It was a lot. It was a lot. Um, Wish I had more time to walk around and look at more stuff, but I didn't. It was hard to even get around and look around. I mean, um, it was just it was just like shoulder to shoulder. But you know, I'm sure a lot of different people covering Comic Con. I'm sure there'll be more updates and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm hitting you guys with the McFarlane for now. It's too much to cover. It's really it they've kind of surprised. Really, I didn't think that we would get so many releases and all these things going on, but man, New York got really blessed to have so much going on. And I mean, it's gonna be this Comic Con is gonna be covered for at least a week. I mean, there's so many things. Even I feel like I'm watching other toy channels, and they're not even. I don't even think they're covering everything. It's just so much. Like as much as they try to cover, it's a lot. So I'm only doing the McFarlane stuff. And McFarlane alone is dropping boatloads of stuff. So let me know what you think. If I see any more stuff tomorrow that's worth mentioning, I'll make another video. But let me know what you think. Take care and have a good one.